The rules established by ICAO for the licensing of aircrews are contained in Annex 1 to the Chicago Convention. These are rules which have received the general agreement of all ICAO contracting states, although individual nations and groups of nations may have registered differences as far as the detail of the rules is concerned. The Joint Aviation Authority's Air Transport Pilot's License syllabus is therefore based firmly on ICAO standards and recommended practices and procedures for air navigation services. However, JAA rules and regulations may at times differ from ICAO practices and procedures. Consequently, in order to meet the learning objectives of the JAA ATPL Air Law course, you also require knowledge of personnel licensing as published in ICAO Annex 1. As you have already learnt, the JAA's responsibilities are being taken over by the European Aviation Safety Agency, EASA. This development may have a consequence for the naming of the current JAA licenses and the detail of the regulations. Joint Aviation Requirements, Flight Crew Licensing, or JAR-FCL, is the name given to the JAA organisation and documentation governing the JAA regulations for the flight crew licensing of aeroplane and helicopter pilots, and also of flight engineers. ICAO Annex 1 is a source document for the JAR-FCL series of documents. The Joint Aviation Requirements, Flight Crew Licensing document is divided into 4 parts. Part 1, the requirements for aeroplane pilots. Part 2, the requirements for helicopter pilots. Part 3, the medical requirements for pilots. Part 4, the requirements for flight engineers.